July has been a pretty busy month for historical TV shows, as we have finally had Those About to Die released this month, the final season of Vikings Valhalla, as well as updates on the new William the Conqueror TV show. And the Spartacus spin-off currently in the works has finally gotten a confirmed cast as well. These 4 stories will be getting covered briefly within this video, but if you want a more in-depth look at everything happening in the historical world, then subscribe to my free monthly newsletter which covers all the stories in this video and much more. The first story I wanted to discuss was the final season of Vikings Valhalla, which got released exclusively to Netflix this month, and season 3 of the series was supposed to wrap up several ongoing plots and hopefully provide the characters with a meaningful and believable conclusion. But with the exception of Canute, all the characters are left with very open-ended and non-conclusive endings. And the last episode of the series definitely did not feel like it was the last episode of Vikings Valhalla, as literally 90% of the cast are still trying to complete unfulfilled tasks and ambitions. I have made a video which covers the real historical deaths of Leif, Harold, Freydis, Canute, Emma of Normandy and Forkbeard in this video here, so feel free to check that out if you want to learn more about how the lives of these characters actually ended. But overall, I felt this final season of Vikings Valhalla lacked focus, was far too rushed, and tried to do too much in such a small episode count. However, as always, the cinematography was decent, the acting was good, and some fight sequences were well done as well. But overall, in my opinion, season 3 of Vikings Valhalla was a huge disappointment, and I don't think it rounded up the character arcs of the majority of the historical figures very well at all. But let me know in the comments down below what you think about season 3 of Vikings Valhalla, and are you happy with how this series ended. We have also received some updates on the new King and Conqueror miniseries, an upcoming historical drama which will delve into the many conquests and battles of William the Conqueror. And we have received some new updates this month about this BBC exclusive, such as Leo Legrand being added to the cast to portray William's half-brother, Oda Boye, and 6 other cast members, Ellender Moore, Indy Lewis, Jason Forbes, Ines Asserson, Swain Olafur, and Ingvar Sigurdsson. All of these actors and actresses have been linked to King and Conqueror in some way or form, but their roles remain ambiguous at the moment. The series has already wrapped up production in Iceland, and BBC has secured distribution rights for King and Conqueror in the UK. And Paramount will be handling worldwide distribution. The series is currently going through post-production, and if we are lucky, we may be able to even see King and Conqueror on our television screens by the end of this year or early 2025. So, let me know if you're excited about King and Conqueror, and I've linked a video in the description and pinned comment below where I provide a more in-depth look at all the details we know so far about King and Conqueror. July 18th saw the release of Those About to Die to Peacock and Amazon Prime Video, and with the $145 million budget across 10 episodes, and with Anthony Hopkins leading the cast, the anticipation for this series was exceptionally high. But did Those About to Die live up to the lofty expectations of viewers? Well, the answer is that it unfortunately did not. Those About to Die was a series that had too many subplots, pretty one-note vanilla characters with the exception of Tenex, and a terrible script that hindered the quality of the show even further. However, Those About to Die is not as bad of a show as many people are making it out to be, and I think the series is definitely worth a one-time watch, as the chariot races are enthralling to watch, some of the gladiator fights are decent, and the political intrigue really starts to take off after about episode 5, which makes the series much more engaging to watch. I have provided a very in-depth review of Those About to Die in my monthly newsletter, so be sure to subscribe if you want to read a much more detailed analysis of this new historical epic. And the final piece of news I wanted to share for the month of July is that we have finally received some updates on the cast that will be joining the upcoming Spartacus spin-off, Spartacus House of Asher. Alongside Nick Terabay as Asher, Graham McTavish, Tanika Davis, Jamaica Vaughn, and Avina Bakro have been added to the cast, but the biggest addition to this growing cast is the confirmation that Lucy Lawless will be returning as Lucretia for the spin-off. Lucy Lawless's character is one of the best portrayed figures and definitely a fan favorite, so her return to the show is a much welcome surprise. Spartacus, the House of Ashur is currently in early stages of development in New Zealand, but as I find out more about this thrilling new addition to the Spartacus world, I will be sure to let you know. But those are all the updates that I wanted to share for the month of July, and let me know in the comments down below which of these news stories you found to be the most interesting. And don't forget to subscribe to my free monthly newsletter, and also subscribe to my channel HistorySpark to stay up to date with everything happening in the historical world. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.